You're seeing the mothership.
Yeah, I stopped with on the cloud. I couldn't go any further because the mothership was there. The outside. I'm at one of the edges.
Oh, you're already there. I think they're telling you that this is where you need to begin. Remember, they're guiding you. Yeah, just be there now. And from this moment on, my voice will just continue to carry you to the deepest, deepest level of relaxation. Just tell me everything that you see, sense, feel, hear.
Mm. In one of the windows, I see the outline of two bodies.
Mhm.
One seems more human and one has a different shape. A rounder head and a thinner body. A new one I haven't seen before. They're like welcoming me into the ship.
All right. So let's go ahead and move right inside so gently and easily. And you relax even deeper as you enter. You're so welcome and loved.
Mm.
Just be there, expanding your awareness and your consciousness. You're there. Just be there now.
Mm. The one that looks more human, he has blondish orange hair, and this is like a white gown, um, like a dress, but he's a man. He looks like what I remember Pleiadians looking like.
So let's connect with them now. Your ears are wide open. How did they welcome you?
I said, "Welcome back."
Welcome back. Yes, we're so excited to be here.
Mm.
And they can hear me as well as I speak to you. Yeah.
They're taking me into a room. There's a big crystal.
Just describe everything in as much detail as you can.
It's a quartz crystal and it's pretty massive. Um,
If you could compare this crystal to an object, what size are you comparing it to?
um, the part I'm looking at right now is about a car size, but it keeps going. But I'm at the tip of it, and we're standing right in front of it, and it has like a rounded edge, and then the point goes up.
Beautiful.
And we're just standing next to it.
Would you ask them what this crystal does? What is its purpose?
I'm receiving its energy clearing crystal. I
Mhm.
think they're preparing and clearing. Uh, it's an enhancer as well. It's not the same crystal I saw from the first trip. It's a different room and a different crystal. It's
Yeah.
almost like a greeting room, I would say.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's an open room, and this crystal is in the center, as if the centerpiece of a room would be. Like you would have flowers. It's a crystal, big crystal.
Beautiful. Mhm. What happens next?
He says you can ask any questions.
Okay. I'd like to ask first for your well-being if you are in proper alignment for this dimensional shift.
Yes, they're just saying I need to clear um, an incident that happened early this morning and clear that from my energetic field. So they're doing that at this moment.
Good. Mm-hmm.
The one with the rounder head is got rounded little fingertips and long fingers and is putting a couple on my heart center and on my third eye.
Beautiful.
He steps back. He's gray, but not any gray I've ever experienced. His energy is very peaceful, and his eyes are different. He has almost like a glow around his gray.
Beautiful. So I'd love to ask first if to make this easier, if it's possible, if I can speak directly to one of them as a moderator. Perhaps we can use Eva's body as a vessel to channel the information.
Yes, they've moved me into another room and I'm laying on a bed at this point.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So whenever they are ready, they can just step in, begin to channel, align. Very good.
And now a woman has entered. Now she's very tall and dark hair and darker skin, almost like a medicine woman robe looking dress as well, with colors of red and blue down the front. She's standing.
Hello. Welcome. Thank you. So we know who is going to be stepping forward. When they're ready to speak, just say hello.
Another human has entered the room in almost like general attire.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Is there a reason for these beings all together for this occasion?
There's many galactic beings in this ship. And the general seems to be here from what he says to kind of moderate what is transmitted as well.
Is he in the room?
He is.
What does he look like?
Silver hair, older, probably 50, 60 maybe. Pretty strong build. Seems to spend time on this mothership
Yeah.
and be a representative, one of the representatives for this planet there.
What is his name? What shall we call him?
It's funny, he says bird. General Bird, which is funny.
General Bird. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And how is Eva's physical body? I'm just watching her and making sure she's okay.
I'm shaking. I feel cold.
Yeah. Yeah. Get
He says it's
comfortable.
spelled B-Y-R-D.
B-Y-R-D. Thank you. All right. Just going to ask if they can just make your physical body a little more comfortable while you are adjusting to
Yeah.
this shift. So who in the room would like to moderate?
General Bird said he was the moderator.
Wonderful. Okay. And may I speak directly to him through you?
Yes,
Thank you. Just let me know when he's ready.
he's ready.
Hmm.
As we have now joined
Thank
the
you.
Galactic Federation of Light, we may communicate directly.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here with you.
Mm. Thank you. It has been quite some time. They've been waiting for this moment
Yes.
to communicate directly.
Thank you. I'd love to. I understand that this is no accident how Eva and I have connected through social media. Was this experience today meant to happen? Is this something guided by all of you?
Yes, and TikTok has a special place in the awakening process of the planet and transmission of information.
Wonderful. Thank you. We do have some questions that I have as well as Eva. May I proceed?
Yes.
Mhm. Um, can we go back to 1996 and just ask a little bit about Eva's awakening when she was in college and when she met this guide
Yes.
in in Sedona. Can you speak a little bit about why was that time very important?
I said of the timeline overlap of the future and the present. I was brought into the future to be told information that would be helpful.
Just allow her body to adjust, nice and comfortable. Relax, relax. No physical discomfort at all. Okay, continue, please.
That the ship was from a future timeline brought
Mhm,
into that present.
mhm.
The guide was sent in to meet with me at that time from a future timeline.
And Eva would like to know, why did she have that experience?
She was primed and ready from a young age. Visitations began from a young age to prepare her. She has a gift to channel and connect. She has had many experiences on other planets, Pleiadian beings. She has other timelines in other lifetimes and other spaces as well.
Mhm.
She has a sensitivity to the vibrations and an open mind and heart, and cares deeply for the planet and the people, and came to help in this way with the awareness that this time would come, and has been prepared since a child and beforehand for these moments.
She would like to know, what is her purpose now?
To be open, to be a divine channel, to be a messenger for guidance, to write, to speak, to sing, to chant, to create, to allow the energy to flow in whatever way it feels called, whether through music or writing or speaking.
Can you explain what is her connection with Metatron, our beloved archangel?
She's able to enter the gateway to source. Metatron stands at the gateway. She can go directly in. Therefore, she has direct connection to Metatron as well.
Yeah.
She can receive information direct from source and light codes, and her body can withstand higher vibrations than most body beings on this planet.
Why is that?
Her DNA, she's a star seed and comes from higher frequencies and can hold them and sustain them for longer periods of time.
All right. I'm going to ask guidance if they can please assist the body from just adjusting more comfortably. I'm going to just jump right in. She's got some big questions for you. She wants to know if there's still a catastrophic pole shift in our future.
Not the one previously shown to her. That has been averted.
It has. How was it averted?
The vibration of the planet has increased enough.
Yeah.
And people have been coming together to do enough work. And the intention is good of people. More hearts have awakened, and visions are being created, and the collective consciousness is focusing more on healing the planet than destroying, and how we can heal and help Mother Earth because of this intention. More awareness is being focused into that, and the answers and solutions are coming and are present. It's a matter of humanity uniting and coming together to create plans being given and transmitted at this time. If enough people hold the frequency and see the healing and see the planet in the highest light, the directions are given in this moment. And we have the ability to do that now. And so this shaking off of humans from destroying the planet is no longer necessary at the level that it was happening previously when this was told to her.
That's very comforting to hear. Mm-hmm. Yes. Is there anything that we need to do as humanity to prepare for any solar flares?
As a collective, as humanity, the awareness and not hiding from its possibilities of existence need to be taken seriously. Systems and preparations and preparedness for the high probability is natural occurrence. We have the technology and ability to protect and set up communication systems, which are probably the most necessary.
Is there anything to prepare for the upcoming solar maximum?
Gardening is coming through is very important. Localizing food systems and becoming aware of natural habitat systems to become aware and become more localized so that transportation far distances is not necessary. Going back to roots and basics needs is an important practice to learn and to have.
Can you speak about human resistance while these shifts happen? What if there are humans that are resisting but don't want to garden and make changes or don't believe in this?
There will become a time when it will be necessary and they will become quick learners. some people don't change until it's necessary and don't learn what they need to unless it's necessary. But humanity is resilient and is loving and caring. And if we can remember to come from a space of love and not fear, and know that we are all in it together and there are plenty of resources to go around, and if we work together, that we will come through in such a better place than we've ever seen.
I know Eva wanted to ask about the pole shift that was from December 21st, 2012. Is there another date that we should be aware of, a future date for any pole shift?
That date was given as the end of the Mayan calendar. However, it was not in alignment numerically. It was in alignment as a guide that the shift, the pole shift that was originally being referred of a pole reversal, is not going to be as catastrophic as originally thought. The date is more of an alignment of a gateway. We've experienced that gateway as opened.
Is planet X coming closer to planet Earth?
I'm not allowed to speak on this at this time.
Okay. What is the best way or the best method of communication that you want to have with Eva and with all of your star seeds on planet Earth?
Quiet space,
Mhm.
free from noise and disturbances, meditative state, receiving states, transmission in forms that speak to the receiver, whether it be writing, speaking, recording, singing, allowing the energy to move through. Having partners and situations like this are helpful.
Are there any star seeds here on planet Earth that have not awakened?
Many question the validity of this truth and therefore is not fully awakened, but they have had inklings and knowings and questions about it. And many more will awaken to this awareness as it becomes more readily accessible. Many do not want to be an outcast or feared or be told or thought that they are crazy. There are many hundreds of thousands of starseeds on this planet. There are ascended masters on this planet, incarnated. There are angels. There are so many beings. There's many to awaken to. They said to follow the inner guidance and inner knowing. And if you have that, to trust in that.
Is there anything that, any advice that you can give for those that have awakened to assist those that are still questioning it?
Those that have awakened and those who are questioning it, keeping the vessel as clear and clean as possible so that you may receive the transmission as high as possible. Assisting those in keeping a safe space and allowing for groups to gather and events and situations where others can meet other like-minded, like-hearted individuals along on this process. And
Beautiful.
for those that may not believe or may not resonate, to assist by not shaming or causing harm or fear, but come from a place of love and acceptance.
What dimension are you currently in?
9.
Beautiful. Does Eva at this time have any implants in her body?
Mm. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they are not harmful, however.
What's the purpose of them?
Almost as if a transmission device and a receiving device. However, it cannot be seen in X-ray.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It's in crystalline structure and is very close to her heart.
When was it put there?
Mm. The mothership when first visit.
First visit. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It
Thank
can
you.
be removed if asked, they said,
Mm-hmm.
but it is not harmful.
Okay. Thank you. What can Eva offer her family for their highest experience as a family?
Mm.
What can she teach her children?
Spend more time in nature, walk barefoot on the earth,
Mhm.
to trust themselves, their heart, their intuition, their inner guidance, to have them follow their bliss and their gifts, to give encouragement to that which they love. Always be in a space of non-judgment and realize that they are the teachers as well,
Yes. Mhm.
and to listen to their teachings and their guidance.
Mhm.
And the message for me is to not be so stuck to my schedule and timeline, to flow more and go with their timeline more often.
Beautiful. I ask about the experience I had last night when I asked about astral travel to the mothership. Who came into my room to get me?
It is one of your guides that you are familiar with to make the transition more comfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was funny because I felt the pull and I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not asleep yet. And there were several attempts. And I just remember seeing and arriving, but I have little memory of what happened when I was there. Can can you share a little bit?
They did take you to one of the med beds, as they call, and
Aw.
enhance and activate higher levels of your DNA and activate dormant parts and aspects.
Hmm.
And it was also to show and almost like validate this experience and show the possibility and the expansiveness and awesomeness of this experience. So you could help guide Evangeline, say, me through it.
Yeah. She is newly engaged and she does want to ask about what their mission is as a couple together. Can you share a little bit about how you brought them together and what their mission is going to be together?
In simple terms, to raise the vibrational frequency
Mhm.
through music together,
Mhm.
through events that they co-create together, and through their love. It is a divine union and a divine partnership. And it's going to cause massive awakening for them and their family and bring in the higher vibrations. There's many divine partnerships being united. They are from similar planetary alignments and have come together in this timeline and have magnetized towards each other to help co-create newer, higher vibrations and transformations in music through sound. And vibration.
Beautiful. I would love to ask you about the sacred places here on planet Earth and how they've possibly changed over the years. These energy vortexes that we have. Can you tell me what some of your favorites are?
My favorites
Yes.
are Sedona, Machu Picchu, Great Pyramid, Mount Shasta, Ibiza, places in the Caribbean, Bahamas. Sedona, I'm not sure if I said that. It's coming back again.
Yes, yes.
It's a powerful portal. And I'm seeing that in these sacred spaces that span the earth, and there's many, many more, that there are these fields in a higher vibrational field in which these sacred temples and sacred spaces are in full intact. Shambhala, city of light. There's like a overlay in these spaces in higher dimensional fields that can be accessed quite easier, and transmissions given and received in higher spaces in these power spots.
Are there any sacred places or the energy vortexes that humans are not aware of and should be?
Yes.
Where would those be?
They're taking me into the inner earth. There's portals into the inner earth. Not many are aware of it. There's much light underground. Saying as within, so without.
I'm still with General Bird, yes?
He's still there moderating.
What advice do you have for humanity today?
You step aside and someone else is coming in.
Okay.
Another tall being, kind of like the same height as the medicine woman, probably about 8 feet tall. An all white robe, again, like the first one I saw, but taller. And his answer is simple, it's just pure love. And he's holding a frequency around the planet to transmit this energy. Pure love. And the advice for humanity is there's two choices. One is fear, and the other is love. Always move towards love, no matter what.
No matter what. Can you just tell me if someone does choose fear, because many will? What events will they experience if they choose fear?
Fear will send them to a lower vibration. They will not be able to enter the new earth that is here. They will re-experience what they need until they have reached the lessons and the learnings that are necessary to enter the new earth, this new higher vibration that is available now for all. There's free will and choice. And as much as they would love for everyone to choose love always, they understand that everyone is ready for that yet.
I've been so curious about old earth, lower vibration versus new earth, higher vibration. If you have friends, family that are split because of their choices, does that mean that they will no longer be in each other's lives?
This is a very good question. You keep saying all family would be reunited through their DNA. Higher aspects of themselves may exist simultaneously as lower aspects of themselves. Do not fear losing family, for they will always be with you. The perception of the state that they are in will perceive what their soul is experiencing at that time. Receiving multidimensional realms exist simultaneously. All time, and there actually is no time, no future or past, only present now. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Their main message is do not be in fear of not being with. They will always be with you.
Yeah. And when will this final shift happen? I know there's no such thing as time, but we are all feeling that it's coming. And when will we see this shift complete?
The completion of the shift I was receiving was like 1,000 years, which seems so far. But the beginning has already begun. The mega blast or many may experience that as the big shift, where consciousness re-enters in all, fully awakened. Is not many years off. 10, 15, maybe sooner. And that all timelines are not all at once for everyone. But the massive shift where our experience of our heart being fully opened and our conscious awareness receiving ties into the solar maximum time period, which is only a few years off. Mm-hmm. And that is this belt that we are moving into, this activation of higher frequencies will bring massive awakening to the tipping point. And that is the big shift everyone is feeling coming. But the completion of this is many, many years. Mm-hmm. Many have termed this the 1,000 years of peace.
So that what we're going to feel? 1,000 years of peace. Wow. It's beautiful. Is there any advice that you have for humanity in the next 6 months time for us? because we do have a calendar.
Mm,
We do keep time. Unfortunately, we do. And for
mm,
those that are feeling it, what do we see for us, for humanity, the next 6 months?
mm. Practice with yourself, your own vessel, getting your own space, your home space, your family space. Practice the love and the higher vibration first with family, and that will trickle out. But it is important to keep the body clear and to heal from whatever's need to be healed. But this inner time and this inner process on the massive collective for humanity is super important to communicate with your divine source within, your connection to your heart and to your soul, to your body, and to the people around you. Healing, healing relationships. This will cause like a holographic effect on the planet as a whole, and Mother Earth as well, and caring for our planet to do the things that we know we are to do, to have pure integrity with ourselves and others, and to do our best to be in alignment with our soul, our life's path. If things feel off or not in alignment, to find those that feel in alignment and move in that direction, to follow that inner calling and that inner knowing. Ask for guidance and healing in your dream space. Ask for whatever and whomever you're most connected with, no matter what religion you are or what you believe, to connect to that higher source, that higher guidance, and ask for whatever it is you need and trust and allow.
The animal kind of popped in my mind just now about how this shift will affect them and whether it will.
Mm.
What do you say about our sweet animals here on planet Earth? How they're going to feel this shift? Does anything happen to them?
They are very connected to the Mother Earth and feel the guidance. They're, I get the word, it's not coming to me. Migration paths may begin to change, and their locations and ways may begin to change and shift. They will know before we of any major shifts happening that we need to be aware of. So we can look to the animals for guidance and knowing of what is happening and what is needed. Say Hopi prophecy when the animals speak. And it is more in their speaking, it's almost a telepathic awareness that will become, as we become more aware, we will understand what their needs are, and they will have a voice amongst us.
Is Eva's guide currently on the ship? Because I know that it was important for her to connect with her guide that she experienced as the walk-in in Sedona. Is he currently there? He or she is, yeah, we don't know the gender
Mm.
of the true existence of the guide. Is it possible for her to meet them?
Mm. He is no longer in the physical body that she met him in.
Mm-hmm.
He is back at home in the
Mm-hmm.
Pleiades, which is where he is from. they're taking me there.
Go. Mhm. Allow yourself to be guided and move, trusting, allowing, completely weightless, moving and shifting.
Mm. Mm. It's beautiful. So green and lush, the planet. Like paradise.
Tell me what you see. What do you try to describe it as much as possible?
Mm. Green everywhere, like a rainforest everywhere. It's coming down, and there's archways. Mm. Almost like they've built cities up above the greenness. Mm. Into a place.
Like guiding you into a building or anything like that?
Seems like a home of some sort.
Okay. Mhm. Just
Mm.
expand your awareness. Describe it to me. What does it look like?
Mm. 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 Almost like a tree house in a way,
Okay.
but advanced.
How is it advanced?
Mm. I don't recognize the building material.
Okay.
Oh. Shape. It's almost like a ship shape, but it's like a smaller ship, but it's ceramic in nature. Mm.
Sense the presence of anyone near you.
Mm. It's my old friend, the guide.
Okay. Yes, let's ask them to step right up and tell me, what do they look like? What is their real form like?
He must be in his, looks like he's 30. He doesn't look old like
Yeah.
he would be. um, he's a lot bigger than I remember any Pleiadian being in terms of width and tall, which is probably why he picked the body he picked. Very tall, and um, he has shorter hair, which is different. I'm used to Pleiadians having long hair. His eyes are big and blue and bigger than they're big. Or
Big.
his head is bigger,
Yeah.
and his hair is to here in the reddish brown. And he's just giving me a big hug.
Yes. Has he been watching from where he is, your experience
He
today?
says, he wasn't on the ship watching, but he's said he is grateful to be back home.
Yeah.
And he just he's not been on the ship. He's been home.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was only a few years after I saw him, he got to go back home. So he was happy for that. And he says that's his last mission.
That's his
He's
last.
back here. He's staying there.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
he says he looks forward to my return, and I'm being sent back.
Okay. So as you return back to the ship, mhm, yes,
Mm.
just let me know when you're
Mm.
there.
I'm there, and they do have a message for me that they've been transmitting since I got back.
All right, let's hear it. Who is speaking? Can we ask who has the message?
It's back to general.
Okay, all right. What is the message?
Um, it was basically back to my permaculture practices and that path permaculture that I've been on in food growing systems, and just almost like downloads of information of systems, and why they showed me the parts of the ship they showed me the first time, that it was part of my path, and to not give that side up, because I've been wondering about that.
Okay.
And so I feel like I'm receiving what I need right now, and blueprints and guidance, and I would continue to receive that, including the people needed to create new systems.
Beautiful.
Mm.
You might be teaching. Is that what I'm hearing? You might be teaching others how to do it.
Um, Showing um, more system design,
Mhm.
creating these systems, but not teaching them per se, but almost like invention, inventing systems with guidance, and with others who have systems already in place that will be beneficial to humanity.
May I ask General Bird a question about the mothership and the smaller ships? The what is it exactly, in his words, what is it exactly that they are doing for our planet?
Holding frequency, holding space, communications, like a galactic station for many beings, for many systems. They're telling me there are teams here on the planet that have been on the ship and have access to the ship, that as disclosure becomes more and more open, and as the vibration increases more, we will have more sightings and more ships and more interaction, and more information will be released. But there is government involvement from multiple countries that are aware of the ship and its presence. And that's all I'm able to say on that, but there is awareness there.
Yeah. I'd love to ask about the human beings on the ship. What is their
Mm-hmm.
purpose? Why are they allowed to be there?
Mm. There are scientists there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Okay.
And there are like doctor types,
Yeah.
but they're not really physicians. They're like just seeing they're very scientific in nature, almost like you would, yeah. There there are a lot of humans there that are learning almost and studying and transmitting, and there's some kind of direct contact with some space here on Earth It might be in Area 51. I'm seeing an underground facility somehow having direct contact up to that space through some kind of device that is able to transport back and forth.
I am complete with my questions. I would love to just let you know that if there are any humans here on Earth that you wish to communicate with in this manner through hypnosis, I am always here to offer. Just send them my way.
Yes. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I am saying anyone who is feeling the calling be magnetized to you through the algorithms.
Yeah, thank
and that
you.
they be found. There is a spiritual nature embedded in these social media outlets.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be uniting a lot of people. So holding that frequency.
Yeah. Any final words that you have for us today? And I would actually, do you think it would be a good idea to have this session again? Is there a benefit to Eva trying this again?
Yes, most definitely. And I'm expressing my gratitude to all the beings that showed up in the Metatron and the Ascended Masters and all the angels and anyone who allowed this communication to happen, and my dear friend back home.
Thank you. Yes. All right. So to make it easier for Eva to actually go into this trance channel state, may I have two words that will allow her to enter this beautiful state faster and easier? Any two words.
Light body.
So the next time she and I meet, and I repeat the word light body 3 times, her subconscious mind will shift into the deepest, deepest level of relaxation, allowing this beautiful communication to take place. When I repeat the word light body 3 times, she will go down, down into this sweet, relaxed state. Easier, faster. Thank you. Any final words for the collective today?
Trust, allow, flow, love.
Thank you. All right, if you can go ahead and disconnect your energetic field from her vibratory field. Just go ahead and recede. We thank you, we love you, and we honor you. Beginning to disconnect more and more now. And Eva, I want you to begin to feel your body completely, disconnecting from the energies around you. When you're ready, feeling ready, you can open your eyes, just return whenever you're ready, coming back to your full body.
I'm here.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Wow, that was awesome. I cloud drifted into the mothership.
I told you that they kind of hijack. That's how they are. You know, it's like, let me take her to Sedona. And it's like, I already knew. I'm like, they're going to hijack her. And it's like, I see the mothership.